Welcome back to Daybreak. Starla Murray here is now with national news. Let's send it over to her at the news desk.
Thanks, James. Former President George W. Bush's heart complication caused him to undergo a procedure in August, and apparently the situation was more serious than he thought. Two sources have confirmed that the former president had 95% blockage in an artery. Bush, who is now 67 years of age, had a stent placed in his heart one day after the blockage was discovered. Bush's doctors aren't commenting on the severity of the situation, even though 95% blockage to an artery is a very significant issue. A source close to Bush downplayed any reports of a near-death experience. The former president was known for having good health back when he held his position in the White House. For exercise, he was an active runner and he frequently rode his mountain bike. Doctors are scrambling to stop people from using a cheap heroin knockoff known as Crocodile. The drug is spreading across the U.S. and is growing in popularity across the country. The drug is known as Crocodile because after the high, the skin rots and takes on a scaly green appearance. Crocodile is extremely addictive, and as it gives a heroin-like high. Suspected cases surfaced in the U.S. just last month, in Utah and Arizona. Then, this week, 5 people showed up in Joliet, Illinois with similar symptoms as Crocodile users. So far, none of the U.S. cases have been confirmed to be caused by Crocodile. The drug first surfaced in Russia and since has been growing in popularity. Although the drug is extremely dangerous and although the drug seems extremely dangerous and ridiculous to use, in the mind of a heroin addict, it seems like a pretty good fix for 1/3 the price of actual heroin. After 16 days of turmoil, the government is finally reopened, clearing the way for federal agents to again deliver their services and allow thousands to return to work. The shutdown ended just minutes before the midnight deadline, which is when the government's ability to borrow money would have expired. Republicans accepted defeat on Wednesday, October 16th by agreeing to finance government operations until January 15th and raise the nation's debt limit through the middle of February. First, the Senate passed the legislation, and then the House followed the action around 10:15 p.m. Agencies across the country prepared to reopen their facilities just hours after President Obama signed the temporary spending measure into law. Despite the closing, everything for the most part is back to normal. And that's all for national news this week. Now back to the couch.
Thanks, Starla. And now we're joined via Skype from across the pond in our UView London bureau with our Daybreak International correspondent, Jillian Traynor. Hi, Julian.
Hi, Joanne. Hi, James. Thank you for having me here.
Where exactly are you, and why are you there?
I'm in London at Regent American University. I'm going here because they have a very great program for international relations and international communications. Although there's American University in the title, this is really an international school. There's people from all over the world here. It's really amazing to meet everyone and see everybody's different cultures and learn about all the experiences that they've had.
Now, you're part of Point Park's Study Abroad program. Tell us how you got involved in the program.
Well, it's really easy to get involved in the Study Abroad program through Point Park. They're actually really encouraging. They send out an email every year telling you about this informational meeting that they have. I think they have 2 a year, actually, one in every semester. And it's through the Student Affairs office. So if ever you wanted to go find out more, you can always go see their office. They're very accommodating. Miss Charlene is the person I go through, and she answers all my questions. I really couldn't do it without them. They're very accommodating.
So what is a normal day like for you in London?
Well, a normal day for me, get up, have breakfast at the refractory. The food actually is really good here. It's nice to have good school food. And then I'm in class, typically from 10 to 5 with a 2-hour break for lunch because they don't schedule any classes during the lunch hour. And then I have the rest of the day to myself. They do prescribe a lot of reading for the classes, but there's not a lot of written assignments. So you have plenty of time to go out and explore the city and go do interesting things at night in the afternoon. It's really great.
What kind of classes are you studying this semester over there? It's not exactly the same as your broadcasting major over here, is it?
Not exactly, but then on the other hand, kind of. I'm taking an international communications class while I'm here. So that ties into my major, world religions, early Renaissance art history, international relations, and literary London. So all the classes I'm taking while I'm here transfer either to my minor in global cultural studies or my major in broadcasting.
Would you recommend Point Park's study abroad program to other students?
Oh, I would recommend it in a heartbeat. In fact, I have been. Anyone who has any questions, I try to answer them the best I can, and then I direct them to the Student Affairs office. I would recommend going. It is such a great experience. And there's other campuses all over the world. If London doesn't seem appealing to you, I know that there's one in Paris and one in Rome, and I think they're opening up a new one that I'm not entirely sure where yet, but it's a great experience. I recommend that everyone should go.
Well, thanks, Julian. It was good to see her again. Coming up next on Daybreak, Gina DeGorio will be here with your weekly weather report.
And Zach Aaron with sports. Don't go away. We'll be right back.